underway in Week 13.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone, and he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
They'll run on first down. It's Hampton, and he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, this defense for the Chargers, they played really well in the win over the Raiders a week ago.
No matter what coverage was called, they were right in the hip pockets of the receivers all game long, step for step, running their routes with them. Turned out they were right there every time the ball was in the air, and they came away with 5 interceptions in that one.
On 2nd down, it's Hampton, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields.
Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
On 3rd down, Hampton, and he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down. On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field.
More from L.A. in a moment. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 23. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Only a yard of the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
3rd and 2, Herbert. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 27. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Herbert. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Herbert operating from the red zone. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. Khalil Mack make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. It's a gain of 5, but they're still deep in a hole. 15 yards still to go on 3rd down. We're scoreless after 1. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now it's Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Badgley able to knock this one through, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So the first points of the night belong to our home team as they're able to take the opening kickoff and at least get 3 points out of it.
Yeah, and that helps the crowd, right? Helps people feel good about why they're there watching this game. They moved the ball well on their opening drive. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
On 2nd down now, it's Hampton. Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 2 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Running the ball can be a struggle in this part of the field. In fact, it's a perfect spot for defenders to pin their ears back and try and work upfield, and they capture him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Herbert. The kidder here, it's complete. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. It's got to be so tough having the ball in the middle of the field like that, knowing that a linebacker is just waiting to make a big tackle like we just saw.
No doubt about it, because offense coordinators love to call plays to send receivers into the middle of the field. And linebackers, they want to naturally discourage those plays from being called.
The Chargers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. On 1st down, Hampton. And down to the 36-yard line here.
53 yards on the ground for him so far.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Fields.
And he'll find Hall. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, it's Hampton. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's Fields.
Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hampton. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Now a 1st down throw, Fields.
Able to find Shaheen here. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Out of the gun, Fields.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And the Bears are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
To throw is Fields.
And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Now a give, right side. Hampton, and he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal.
Back to throw. Fields.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Uchenna Nwosu got the sack there.
3rd and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And Santos able to put this one up and through. It's good. And that will knot things up here late in the first half. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points. Not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break.
Herbert on 1st down now. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert now. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He's going to look deep down the field.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. Well, Charles, you know, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, Might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground again here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
A final shot before the break. Fields.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. The Charger drive about to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Once more, here's Eckler. This will go for 5 up to the 33.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Bears are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 40. Gonna give this time to the tailback.
98 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And now the Chargers are going to look up here and signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
A shotgun snap, Fields.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack.
Fields.
He finds his man, complete. That's Hampton. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
On 3rd down, Hampton. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
On play action, Fields.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers. The 40, the 30, past the 20. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other. 2-hand. Oh, I get it. 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10.
It's Eckler again. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The 2nd down play, not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points.
From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Badgley able to punch this one through. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
Hill going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard.
There he goes, right side. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
A play fake, now Fields to throw.
And going deep for Hill. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Going down the middle, and it's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big gain that time for the Chargers. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So that one a disaster, a big loss there with 2nd down coming up. Looking to throw. Herbert. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. Herbert throwing again. And Allen's got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the 4th quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. Badgley's kick is good. And they continue to lead in the battle of field goals here. It's now 9-3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff.
And Hill will opt for the touchback.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And that last turnover could have proven more costly, but their defense only gave up 3. But now answering with a field goal doesn't do them much on this drive. They need to try and find the end zone.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. They find some open field here. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And he'll be out of bounds. A big play there out of the running game.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. A very important extra point there, up and good. And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one.
On the give, this is Eckler. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
2nd and 4.
Eckler, they run left side. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And complete right side to Cook. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play that time on the catch and run.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here is Eckler. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And it's off the left upright. Oh, my goodness. Heartache. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Man, it is a cruel game sometimes, as evidenced by that kick right there.
Yeah, this game has no remorse at times, does it? I have a feeling that when this left his foot, he thought he'd given his guys the lead. But that ball just kept moving on him. And in the end, you heard the sound, and he's denied by the goalposts.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hampton, and he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields.
And going deep for Hill. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And they take a knee. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Darnold is going to take a knee, and that should just about do it. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the Bears, the win